Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now I did get a new lamp. Hopefully that's a little bit better. I don't like that bright one in front of me here, so I just decided, and then the TV light. So, we're gonna be talking about SDD today, and what that means is smoking, drinking, and drugs. I really just, when I say drugs and drinking, it really makes me think about my family and stuff. My family, all I'm gonna say right now is drinking and doing drugs separates families, and I know that from experience, ladies and gentlemen. Drinking and smoking separates, drinking and drugs separates families, and you can't do anything to change that. I'll never do smoking. I'll never do drinking or drugs or anything like that because I want my life to be healthy. I don't want to put the toxic, people think that weed is good. It's not. I'm just going to tell you right now. People have heard the same thing over and over by health people and treatment people, but let me tell you something from a kid's perspective. I personally know people that smoke weed. I personally know people that do drugs and smoke and drink. I personally know alcoholics. I personally know a lot of people, but I'm not naming those people because I'm not putting anybody in the spotlight today. I'm just saying that there is drugs in all families, okay? Doesn't matter which one, doesn't matter any of them. Every family's got drugs or drinking or smoking involved in them. And I'm not kidding you. It's evil is what it is. It's smoking is so bad for you. Like, okay, normal tobacco is fine. I think that's totally fine, but if you're putting all those chemicals in it and stuff, you know, you'll start getting a raspy voice. I know that from experience too because I know a lot of people. My grandpa, um, smoked his whole entire life, and I seen him in a wooden box in May. He died in May, and I seen him, um, in a box because of smoking. I've seen, my family, has taken part of my family has taken a different route because of drugs and alcohol. And, it's not good. It separates families, and it's not good. I have know people that drink, with their kids involved too, and it's just why, drinking, like smoking, I think, or drugs, I think that people should stop doing those things because once your life is ruined, it's ruined. You can go to prison, you can go to jail, you can go to any place, and they will arrest you and put you away for a long time for that stuff. Like, weed is legal. Legal in Minnesota now. Governor Walz is a complete douchebag, and I'm not even I'm talking from experience here, people, that Kamala Harris and her douchebag component. Douchebag. I didn't say component. Trump. I love Trump. And her, side partner. It's just, I don't understand why. I didn't mean to say that about Trump. I meant to say side friend or something like that. I don't know. How do you say, companion or something like that. I meant to say something and it wasn't that. Because I love Trump. I got a poster actually. I'm gonna put it up right there again. I gotta put it up again up there because I just put it down for some reason. Took it down. We are living in a time now where drugs and smoking and drinking are good. You know, everybody thinks, oh, you know what? Nothing will happen to me. The kids my age smoke weed and smoke vapes. They don't think anything. Oh, they say, I don't think anything's gonna go wrong. I think everything's gonna be all loosey goosey and everything else. But you know what's something? That they're going to be in a casket by their 20s because your lungs can only take so much that, my grandpa went, I mean, cigarettes ain't even that bad compared to vapes. Kids smoke vapes, they smoke weed, which is even worse. I mean, that stuff, oh, people say, oh, that's for healing, that heals me. Well, my people I know used to say, oh, I use weed for healing. I use weed for, medical purposes. What medical purposes? Weed is not used for medical purposes at all. People, my mom's told me like they use that stuff for helping kids with their autism and stuff. What? No, they don't. They don't do that. I mean, just because they do that doesn't mean we need to do that. I mean, that's. Let me tell you something, okay? If you gotta have weed for your emotions and your craziness, there's Jesus. Hey, I don't smoke vapes. I don't. You could hear it in my voice. If I smoke vapes or if I smoke weed or any tobacco, you could hear it in my voice. And I'd be coughing 24/7. I know a kid in my grade, oh my gosh, every single second. Yeah, I made myself cough. I nearly threw up just then. But, yeah, he'd be coughing. Like, all of a sudden, you should coughing. Why? Why you cough? And then I thought in my head, well, you know what? He's smoking weed. I know he is. He's smoking, he's smoking vapes. My friend, there's a friend not really my friend, but he looks like an elf. But he brings money to school. Kids bring money to school. And they're like, I asked these two, why do you have money? The other guy said, shut up. I said, excuse me? You don't tell somebody older than you and stronger than you to shut up. In the brain, I'm stronger in the brain, if you know what I'm saying. And I'm also strong here too. I'm also strong there too. But let me tell you something. I'm going to say this once. I'm going to say it one time only. Smoking and drinking and everything else, it might seem fun, but what it does to your liver is another story. Drinking, okay, you're having a good time in the party, you're gonna drink until you can't see no more, you're gonna drink until you fall to your knees, you're gonna drink until you do something. I don't know what the heck people do when they drink. Get drunk, I guess, and puke all over the floor. But your liver is also a thing when you let's talk about pills for a second here, okay? I'm a very big pill taker, okay? Let me rephrase that here. I take a lot of pills sometimes, okay? My liver is not supposed to digest as much stuff as I do. My stomach is so bad that I gotta take gas relief. I gotta take omeprazole. I gotta take, all these things that help my stomach. Pre-leaf. I gotta take, Imodium. All these things. My stomach is killing me all the time. I'm either lactose intolerant or I got ulcers from all the stress all these years from my from all the stuff that I've been through, or going through things with my family, or it's just a lot of it is just stress is what it is, and my stomach can't take that stress, and I think I do have ulcers because I do shake a lot, and I'm gonna be looking up the symptoms for ulcers. I'm going to try to. But anyways, besides pills, I think that don't take more than 2 pills a day, 3 pills a day. Don't take more than about 4 pills a day, because your liver, drinking's the same way. Your liver can only take so much. You're drinking hard whiskey, you're drinking moonshine, or you're drinking liquor for that matter. Your liver cannot take that, okay? You need, people that don't believe me, look it up, okay? You look it up, they'll tell you, yes, it is bad for your liver. It's also bad for your heart. Your heart rate goes up when you have that much calories, or that much, whatever's in alcohol, that when your stuff your heart rate goes up, and that's how you have heart attacks. Like energy drinks too. They have so much energy in them. Like, they got so much caffeine. I guess that's the point. And but you will have a heart attack. Like, Red Bulls are even worse. Monsters, Rockstar, let's see, Prime. Prime is what got me in the position I'm in. Really bad. Prime is really bad for you. At high acid, very bad for you. If you got acid problems or any stomach problems, I suggest not drinking it if you got bad stomach problems like I do. I can't drink Prime. Last time I drank that dragon fruit Prime, and that was the worst thing I could have done. And I'm just giving this advice to people that want to believe me. You don't have to believe me, but let's just say you did believe me, and I love my life. Personally, I love my life. I love it. I'm not going to ruin my life over somebody that wants me to drink, or that somebody that wants me to smoke. I'm not going to ruin my life over that. I'm not going to, if I have a wife someday that smokes or drinks or does drugs, you can walk out the damn door. Because, lady, I ain't doing nothing like that. Okay, I don't have no wife. I don't even have a girlfriend. But let me tell you something. If I have a girlfriend, if I have a wife someday, we're gonna be the same people, and we're gonna be doing, the same thing. Okay, we're gonna be believing in the same thing. And if not, I ain't no. I believe in Jesus. Jesus is my savior. I love him. And if I have a wife, I'm going to be picking a good one, because a lot of people just, and I talked about dating in my last video, but drinking and stuff, again, drinking is just so bad for you, and drugs too. People will snort cocaine and stuff like that, and see my nice teeth. People will have nice teeth like this if they snort it. And they don't take it in the teeth, or they don't eat it or something, or smoke. I don't know how the hell you do it, but because I don't do it, so I don't know how you do it. Smoking. Smoking, your lungs. Okay, your lungs are getting swelled up, and they're getting so you can't breathe. My grandma can't even breathe without oxygen tank. You know what an oxygen tank is, right? It's one of those things that go around your ears and they go in your nose and they help you breathe. Yeah, unless you want to be in one of those, I suggest you not smoke because that is what it does to you. People like, oh, I just smoke my weed. I'll smoke a blunt. I'll smoke a blunt. I'll smoke whatever. Trying to think of what's that? Smoke a. I'm gonna smoke a blunt. I'm gonna smoke a cigar. You know, I'm gonna smoke a joint and everything else. And you know what? I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all. I don't think that we as people should be letting kids do that because that's ruining their lives. Like, if the government is letting this stuff happen, our country is doomed. Our whole world is damned. Because you want to know something? I don't give a beaver's damn about anything, about vapes, about drinking, because, and the reason why I'm making this video right now is so that people, I'm gonna be more competitive, be more settle, and be more wisdom. I was gonna make another channel about wisdom, but I want to make it on this one since I got more subscribers on this one. That one only has 2 subscribers, so I want to get more people to follow me. I want to get, I don't want to make myself look like an idiot online. I don't want people to look at me. It's like, oh, look, there's that clown from YouTube. I don't want people to look at me like that. I like, oh, there's that Jester. There's that guy that acts like a Looney Tune. I try to throw a few jokes in there once in a while. My mom was yelling at me for how I wouldn't listen, how I don't listen, and I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. But, the thing of it is you never get, any younger. And when you're constantly, drinking is one thing, I guess, smoking is really, the reason why it's so bad for you is because of your lungs. Because your lungs can't handle that. Let me tell you something. People make weed brownies. You know what weed brownies are? I know what weed brownies are. And let me tell you something. I've never felt more stupid in my life to watch people eat them. Who the hell wants to eat a brownie with a plant inside of it? Who would want to eat a plant with a brownie in it? Who would want to eat a brownie with a plant in it? But I'm saying this right now. Okay? Could you imagine in 50 years, could you imagine me in 20 years? Okay? I started smoking blunts, I started smoking twigs, I started smoking, blunts, I started smoking, I started smoking the old pipe, started smoking a vape, smoke weed, I smoke vape, and then I smoke a cigarette, and I smoke a blunt, and then I smoke what are those things called again? What the heck are they called? I don't know, joints. I started smoking joints. I started smoking weed, and then in between, I got my vape in my mouth. You know how bad my lungs would be? Holy crap! Oh man, my lungs! I would be dead. I'd be dead. I would be in a casket before I could even hit my my golden birthday, 25. I'd be before I could hit my golden birthday, I'd be dead. I'd be in a casket on my golden birthday. I'd be in the ground because of my lungs. I'd be dead. And that, and people die from lung cancer. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, is lung cancer. If you guys didn't know. Lung cancer is a very big thing. And let me tell you something, you guys. I really just don't like it. My grandpa died from lung cancer. He died from lung cancer, and I loved him. I loved him very much. And he died from lung cancer because of smoking. And you know what? He was 72. He was 70. I didn't really care. I didn't really care because he needed to go home to the Lord. I'd rather be home in the Lord's kingdom than to be in this risen hell, in this earth risen hell. And I'm not kidding. It is earth risen hell. It's risen hell earth is what it's called originally. Risen hell earth. I'm gonna put some dang lotion on my hands. My hands are drier than the Sahara Desert. Holy crap. And because that's why I did that, like that whole thing where I was like smoking, because I know people that, smoke all three. And, cigarettes are just disgusting. You gotta believe me, man. Like most of the, Indians in my school, okay, don't come at me being racist. Like, oh, that's racist. Calling Indians an Indian. Yeah, that's really racist. Just like people calling us white people, that's really racist. Most of the Indians in my school do smoke weed. I know they do. There's not really a problem with that. It's not hurting my life particularly. I don't know how to say that. I don't know whether to take myself seriously or just jump off a bridge. Anyways, guys, I just want to get to the bottom line of it all. Don't do drugs. Don't do smoking. Don't do weed. Don't do any of that. Because you know what? You'll end up in a wooden box in the ground. So unless you want to see the Lord early, I suggest you not to do it at this age or any age or anything. Because either way, whatever one you pick, you're going down the wrong road, and it's going to take you right down to the funeral home. Right down to the funeral home that straight road and then they say, we'll circle the unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by. Or Amazing Grace. Oh, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. And so Amazing Grace is going to be your song when you're 20 years old. It's going to be the song of your funeral. I tell you, you're going to be singing Amazing Grace because you're going to be walking up the stairs of heaven. Unless you're not right with God, and then you're not going to go to heaven. You're going to go down somewhere else. Well, no, you're not going to. If you're right with God, if you love God truly in your heart, you'll go to heaven. I love God. I love Jesus. I love you guys. And I hope Jesus blesses you and keeps you and lets his face shine upon you guys. And let his love be gracious upon you. I hope you guys all have a good day. So I'll see you guys all in the next video. Or should I say Tuesday? Merry Christmas, son of a heifers. Bye.